Chapter 12. Beaks and Claws. Different birds have different types of beaks and claws. The shape of a bird's beak and claw depends on the food it eats. Beaks. Birds do not have teeth. They have beaks. The beaks are also called bills. Birds have different kinds of beaks. They are suited to the kind of food they eat. They use their beaks to peck, fight, hold their food, and look for their food in the ground, in water, or in the soil. They use their beaks to make their nests. Birds also use their beaks to smoothen and clean their feathers by applying oil from their oil glands. This is called training. Teachers, please let the students understand the importance of eating food by all the living beings on earth and how each living being get their food. Tidbits. The beak of a toucan is about 1/3 of its body length, which is larger than the beak of any other bird of its size. Types of beaks. Cracker beak. Sparrows and pigeons have a short, thick and cone-shaped beak. It helps them to crack open seeds and nuts. Shredder beak. Hawks and owls have a sharp and curved beak. It is used to tear or shred flesh. Chisel-shaped beak. A woodpecker has a long, chisel-shaped beak. This type of beak helps it to drill into the wood to find insects. Straw-shaped beak. A hummingbird has a long and slender beak. It helps the bird to suck nectar from the flowers. Spoon-shaped beak. A duck has a broad and flat beak. It uses its beak to catch insects and worms in water. Its beak has holes on its sides to drain out water. Spear-shaped beak. Pelicans and kingfisher have a spear-shaped beak. It is used to catch fish. Tweezer beak. Insect-eating birds like warblers have a thin and pointed beak. This beak helps them to pick grains and insects. Swiss Army knife beak. A crow has multi-purpose beak. It helps the crow to eat fruits, seeds, insects, fish, and other animals. Feet and claws. Birds use their feet and claws to catch food, protect themselves from their enemies, and to move about. Birds have different types of feet and claws. Birds such as eagles, hawks, and owls have very strong claws. Their claws are called talons. They catch their prey with the help of these talons. These birds are also called birds of prey. Sparrows, crows, and mynas have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. These toes help them to perch on the branches. They are therefore called perching birds. Hens and cocks have strong feet with 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. These toes have sharp claws to scratch the ground. Therefore, these birds are called scratching birds. Woodpeckers and parakeets have 2 toes pointing upwards and 2 toes pointing downwards. These toes help them to climb and to clinch onto the branches. These birds are called climbing birds. Duck and geese have webbed feet. They have 3 toes in front and 1 at the back. The front toes are joined by skin called a web. The webbed feet help them in swimming. These birds are also called swimming birds. Cranes and herons have long feet with toes spread out. These feet and toes help them to wade through muddy water. These birds are also called wading birds. Nests. Birds build nests to lay eggs. They build nests in safe places where their enemies cannot reach easily. Let us learn about nesting habits of some birds. Tailor bird. The tailor bird uses its beak like a needle to sew leaves together to make its nest. It puts cotton, hair, wool, and grass in the nest to make it comfortable. Weaver bird. The weaver bird builds a strong nest that hangs with the branch of a tree. It makes a tunnel at the bottom of the nest to enter the nest. Woodpecker. The woodpecker makes its nest in the trunk of a tree. It makes a hole in the trunk with its long and strong beak. It makes the nest cozy with chips of wood. Pigeon and sparrow. The pigeon and sparrow make their nests under the roofs of houses. They put grass, leaves and cotton to make the nests cozy. Owl. The owl makes its nest in a hollow of an old tree or a wall. It makes the nest cozy with grass, twigs and wool. Vulture, kite and crow. The vulture, kite and crow make their nests on the top of a tall trees. They gather twigs and put them together in the shape of a shallow cup. Keywords: nectar, juice of a flower. Talons, strong claws of hunting birds. Let us revise. Birds have different kinds of beaks. Birds use their beaks to peck, fight, hold and look for their food. Birds have toes and claws. Birds use their toes and claws for different purposes. Birds build nests to lay eggs. A. Tick right.